When you talk the greatest programs in all of college football, no list is complete without Ohio State and USC. The bluest of bloods renew an historic rivalry. Trojans, Buckeyes, the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Next. Welcome to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Here inside AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. No two teams have faced one another more often in a bowl game than USC and Ohio State. So this is a rivalry renewed tonight just outside of Dallas. The Blue Bloods, the numbers tell the story. 13 combined Heismans, 72 combined, or 77 combined conference championships, 13 combined national championships. This is going to be fun. Ohio State and USC. Bob Wischusen alongside Brock Ewert. Allison Williams will join us in just a moment. We were excited when we saw this matchup. I'm sure the teams were as well. We talked to them this week. When you're a Power 5 conference champion, naturally, you want to be in the college football playoff. And I'm sure Ohio State very disappointed they were knocking on the door and didn't get in. But if you were playing in this game for either team and you looked across at the other sideline and saw that other uniform, you would feel what?
Oh, you mean like all those games we watched growing up with these teams, and we felt it when we sat in our living rooms as kids and got to watch these teams play. And I love what Clay Helton said to us yesterday. They knew they weren't making the playoff. And when they figured out where they were going and who that other team was going to be, they just wanted a big-time matchup. And you know what they got? They got a big-time matchup and a team that was itching to be in the playoff. And on the other side, Urban Meyer was quite blunt this week. He said, we're not disappointed. We're devastated. And when you're devastated, there's only one thing I know in the game of football. You go take it out on the guy across from you. And in this case, a team, yeah, they may not have played recently, a team that's dominated them, won the last 7 times way back when, but a team that everybody in college football knows.
Now, these two teams haven't met since 2009. For Clay Helton, it's been 9 years since they won the Pac-12, but they won it this year.
Yeah.
He's got this USC program back to where it ought to be.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of hype. Walking on that field before the game, oh, there's John Elway. There's another NFL president. There's another NFL GM. It is thick with people in the NFL because he's got talent, and he's got a marquee quarterback that we all can't wait to watch tonight.
Sam Darnold set for what might be his final game for Troy. And here come the Trojans. Buckeyes take the field as we are just about set for the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Urban Meyer looking for yet another bowl victory. Now, we talked about Sam Darnold. Obviously, he may be playing his final game for USC tonight. What we know is that JT Barrett is playing his final game for Ohio State. Allison Williams is down in the field, and Allison, what a career he is looking to cap tonight.
It really is, Bob, and he has taken the field now for the 50th and final time as an Ohio State Buckeye. During his 4 years in Columbus, JT Barrett has set a combined 37 school and Big Ten records. Yet he was reluctant this week to reminisce on his accomplishments during his career and didn't really want to comment on the emotions of playing his final game here in his home state. He said, I'm solely focused on preparing for USC, being present and enjoying every moment with my teammates. I spoke to head coach Urban Meyer, and he said his final pregame message to his quarterback will be the same as the previous 49. Do what you do. He said JT is a great quarterback and a great leader. He wins games and elevates the play of those around him. That is what he must do one final time tonight.
And now it's time to head down to the field. Allison standing by with tonight's AT&T Field Pass.
Thank you very much, Bob. Coach Helton, you said your team's experience in last year's Rose Bowl and the Pac-12 championship game this year has made them more comfortable on this stage. As you watched them during the day and through warm-ups, what signs have they shown you that they have the right mentality?
We're having a lot of fun out here right now. This is our last time with this brotherhood, this team, and I challenge them. Just come out, enjoy this atmosphere. What an unbelievable venue, and go play your hearts out.
When you watch them early in this game, what will be some keys that will tell you where you are winning and what battles you need to succeed in?
Yeah, probably the biggest thing is to keep the quarterback upright and protect him on the night. That's what our challenge is against a great Ohio State front.
Mike, thank you so much.
Blake Hallbill will kick it deep to Velus Jones. And the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic is underway here in Arlington. Jones from the 2. Can't even make it to the 15. Field position on the side of the Buckeyes, but on the side of the Trojans, Ronald Jones.
He can flat out go. And he's the one guy that really, outside of Sam Darnold, that really put some concern into Greg Schiano and the defensive staff there for Ohio State. Because if you're just not sound and you're one gap off or one assignment wrong after a month layoff, that guy hits home runs.
As he turned it on since struggling in the lopsided loss to Notre Dame, averaging close to 163 yards per game, and he'll get the game's first touch and run for about a yard to the 15. So second down and long for Sam Darnold, who was a semifinalist for the Maxwell, Walter Camp, Davey O'Brien awards, and he might be looking at the top overall pick in the NFL draft if he decides to go pro. Jones again to the 17. It'll be third down and long.
Well, what he's been looking at is back-to-back plays with these Ohio State linebackers right at the line of scrimmage. And T. Martin's going to come out, fairly conservative offensive coordinator, play caller for USC, and he wants to run right out of that. Was the mindset. We felt like USC did. It felt like they could run right at Ohio State, but that's back-to-back snaps with linebackers right into the teeth of that run game, right at the line of scrimmage, setting up a third and long.
5-man rush. Darnold on a slant. He's got Deontay Burnett. Pitch and catch, first down, but Burnett lost the football. It's scooped up by Damon Webb. This play's alive. Out of bounds at the 19-yard line for the Buckeyes.
Bob, nobody throws more in-breaking routes than USC does, but that is loose with the football. If you're Deontay Burnett, that is way too loose right there. And you've not played for a month. I know both of these coaches are nervous about tackling and ball security and all those things they're always nervous about in a season opener. But in some ways, with these kind of layoffs, it feels like a season opener. Deontay Burnett way too loose, and he knows he's got to hold that tight to his body, and you see some of the speed and the pursuit of the Buckeyes defensively.
First possession for JT Barrett starts in the red zone with J.K. Dobbins to his left in the shotgun. Dobbins inside the 15-yard line. He picks up about 4.5.
And just compare and contrast first carries of the game. Very similar calls, inside runs. USC 1 yard. Linebackers right at the line of scrimmage. That time good push from the Buckeyes and a 4-yard gain as Dobbins falls forward.
Thrown away by JT Barrett. Now it'll be third down and 6.
Awfully big third down here. Sudden change for USC defensively. And Urban Meyer knows you've got to capitalize on these takeaways. Awfully big here early in the first 2 minutes of this game.
And deep backfield, 5 wide at the bottom of your screen. The widest receiver to the left is J.K. Dobbins. Barrett over the middle. He's got a man. Down to the 6-yard line goes Marcus Ball with a first down. It's first and goal, Buckeyes.
That's one of the huge advantages that JT has tonight. He's not facing a front loaded with 11 guys deep, and you can see the pass protection hitch, and getting to his third, fourth option and Bob for the first down.
And they waste no time. Here's Dobbins trying to move the pile down close to the goal line. It'll be second down and goal, just inside the 1.
And here they go, and do not mess around. Run right at the strength, right behind your center.
Hold by Barrett at the goal line. He's in. That's a Buckeye touchdown.
And even a better option. option because everybody knew that they were going to fake that or run that right up the middle. And this is what Barrett does best. No doubt he crosses the goal line there, and he adds to his Big Ten record. Now 146 touchdowns for the senior.
John Nurnberger adds the point after. So the Deontay Burnett fumble costs USC 7. JT Barrett, a 5-play red zone touchdown drive, and the Buckeyes have the early lead. Bob Wischusen, Brock Ewert, Allison Williams, the rest of our crew at the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. An early turnover, Deontay Burnett fumbles. JT Barrett makes them pay a red zone touchdown for the Buckeyes. They've got a 7-0 lead.
I think that's going to be an awful lot of the play-in tonight. JT's final game wearing this uniform, and I think he's going to run. You watch Notre Dame and their quarterback Wimbush run for over 100 yards. It's his finale. He's got nothing to save himself for. That won't be his last rushing touchdown.
Another returnable kick. Bayless Jones inside the 5. And again, field position on the side of the Buckeyes. He gets out to the 16-yard line. Ronald Jones scoots out across the 20-yard line and crab crawls to the 22 for 6 yards on first down. And there are two sides to every coin. You've got a lot of players that are going to find themselves in the NFL at some point tonight, down the road, Brock, and the vast majority of them are playing tonight, many of them taking the opportunity to have one more chance to play with their teammates.
And Denzel choosing the other side, which we have seen now dozens, and a couple dozen players in college football do.
Darnold has to throw it away. Tracy Sprinkle came through and got pressure on Sam Darnold, now facing 3rd and 4.
And it didn't change the coverage there. Denzel Ward here or not, Graciano is going to trust his guys to play man and to turn it loose with that front 4. JT Barrett got to hold the ball for 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds on his check down on 3rd down. Sam Darnold is not going to have that luxury this evening.
Although Darnold has been much more careful with the football second half of the season, Greg Schiano, especially on 3rd down, comes with a lot of different NFL-type blitz looks. Let's see what happens here. 3-man rush. Darnold steps up, dancing in the pocket, floats one, pulled in by Burnett, and he's got a first down.
That's what Sam does best. I mean, you study his tape, and it doesn't have to be in rhythm. That's why the NFL loves him. He's 6'4", he's 225 pounds. Watched him out there at walkthrough. The arm isn't overwhelming. There may be some that throw it a little bit better, but as far as the creativity factor for a player of his size and its stature, it is impressive.
Play action, slings one down the sideline, climbing the ladder to try and haul it in as Tyler Vaughns, and it's a catch. The red shirt freshman, an amazing catch. What a throw from Darnold.
There's one spot to put that one, and that is trust. And they're picking on Damon Arnett there, and he's going to have to step up his game without Denzel. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get one-on-one opportunities, and you've got to take advantage of them.
A gain of 27, and USC in business after the turnover that cost them 7. Ronald Jones tripped up and brought down for a loss. Jerome Baker, who had 16 tackles against Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship game.
And maybe just one cut, a little too many there. And a wonderful play by Baker. He stays square to the line of scrimmage. And when you're dealing with a speedster like Ronald Jones, and Baker can flat out fly himself, don't give him a shoulder. Don't give him an edge. He stayed nice and square and finished the tackle.
We went back and watched the tape of that Big Ten championship game, and Jerome Baker was everywhere. Darnold off play action, steps up in the pocket, wrapped up and thrown down by Nick Bosa.
Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. Look, they're trying to get help. They know Amata Bebe is not a matchup you want Bosa on, so they're trying to double team with the running back to come over. Bosa is a monster for any left tackle to deal with, and he just showed you, go ahead, put a tight end on me. I'll eat him up, and then I'll devour that running back on my way to the quarterback too. Difference maker.
I think that's what he was saying to the USC sideline. A tight end 3rd down and 18. The rush coming again. Darnold, long throw to the sideline, broken up. Good coverage from the true freshman Kevin Deaver on Stephen Mitchell. And that's going to bring the punt group out for the Trojans.
You mentioned it right there. That is a true freshman now thrust in the spotlight. And the USC faithful on the sidelines wanted a penalty here. He runs the comeback. He is out in front of it. You could see him. And Greg Schiano's telling him that you ran the route. Just be careful there with the contact.
Reed Bedrovich trying to pin the Buckeyes inside the 10-yard line. And it's a fair catch right at the 10 for KJ Hill. Barrett brought down near the line of scrimmage. And this is a heck of a matchup. What gives, Brock, the offense for Oklahoma or that defense for Georgia?
Yeah, give me a quarterback on this stage. Give me Deshaun Watson last year. It's Cam Newton's. It's the Heisman Trophy winners that have dominated this stage. But Georgia better play some keep away too.
Dobbins wrapped up. John Houston comes through, selling out to stop the run. And now it's 3rd down and long, forced again by the USC defense.
Well, that's back-to-back snaps. What Allison was telling us after that first series, that the charge on the sidelines was you've got to get on edges. Just you cannot sit and absorb these blocks. You've got to get to the shoulders. You've got to get to the edges. Back-to-back snaps there by the USC linebackers doing just that.
And now the Buckeyes try and spread them out. 5 wide again. Empty backfield for JT Barrett. Here comes a blitz. Barrett steps up. In stride. He's got Austin Mack. 1st down and more out to the 43.
Can't do it better than that. And JT Barrett saying, Sam Darnold on the other side is not the only creative quarterback here tonight. Stepping up into the pocket, not flushing to the side, but right up into the pocket, eyes up, throws a dart for the 1st down.
Dobbins. And a pile move for a couple of yards. Josh Fatu was able to make the stop, and JT Barrett has been terrific against the blitz. 9 touchdowns, no interceptions against a USC team that blitzes often. Play action here to the sideline. Perfectly timed again to Austin Mack.
That is as well timed to throw as I've seen JT Barrett make. You'll hear coordinators say throw him open. This is on rhythm. This is on time. The ball is out before Mack even turns around. That's well done by JT.
Dobbins again. Houston with another stop, gain of 3.
We showed those blitz graphics, and against pressure, there's no substitute for experience. This is the 50th game for this young man who has accomplished so much and is going to pass Drew Brees tonight for total offense in the Big Ten. He's running away with total touchdowns, and he's added to that list tonight. And now he's healthy, and what he did, obviously, in that Big Ten championship will go down forever. Playing off of a surgery just 6 days later and being a warrior out there to get to this stage tonight.
Another blitz off the edge. Barrett runs away from it, and it's an errant throw over the head of Rashad Berry.
It's again good heat. And when push comes to shove, Clancy Pendergast on this USC side is not going to sit on his heels and let JT Barrett get comfortable. Clancy's down on the sidelines. He's done it a long time, did in the NFL. And he knows playing against a quarterback with this much experience, and you can see them offensively, one of the best also in college football. You do not want to let him get in rhythm.
Design run for Barrett down the sideline, and that might be a play called on 3rd down with the idea that you're going for it on 4th down.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that.
He was pushed out by Houston and Hawkins inside the 35-yard line. 4th down and a full 2.5 yards, and no hesitation from Urban Meyer. The offense stays on the field for Ohio State. Barrett, he's got plenty of room. The first down and then some into the red zone.
Look at those 3 all-conference offensive linemen watching this play down. We were watching tape in this building yesterday, right? And just look at the center, look at the left guard, look at them just mow people down. Your left tackle gets the kick-out block. Your All-American center pulls around, and they just seal that lane for JT Barrett to do what he does best.
Tenth play of the drive is a Mike Weber carry inside the 15-yard line. Barrett under center. Second down and 7. Fakes it to KJ Hill, looking for a throwback. It's not there. Scrambling instead. And down he goes. Maybe gained a yard and a half. Nwosu made the stop, so a big third down coming here in the red zone with 1 minute to go in the first quarter.
Huge, and no surprise, it's Nwosu. Had the sack earlier on the third down. He is their best player. He is their guy. You know, I love to ask these coaches, who's your tough guy? And when there's no hesitation and it's unanimous with an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, head coach, speaks to the magnitude and the meaning of number 42 on that defense.
12th play of the drive. Barrett, again designed quarterback run. Stood up short, and another decision now for Urban Meyer. You going for it on 4th down and 2 inside the 10-yard line, or are you taking 3?
Yeah, well, you're going to take the time here to think about it.
They didn't wait long. Here comes the field goal.
You got to get the points. You got to pay off this drive, more than likely. Let this quarter run out.
A no rush for Ohio State. Ernberger lining up, but they can let the clock wind all the way down to the end of the first quarter. And the clock goes to zeros. And that will end the quarter with Ohio State up 7-0, looking to make it 10-0 when we start the second. Deontay Burnett, this fumble on the opening drive set up a red zone opportunity for JT Barrett, and he scored the game's first points. 7-0 Buckeyes. Terrific way to begin these New Year's 6 bowl games on ESPN. The Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic starting the second quarter. Sean Nurnberger from 26. And he is now 16 of 17 from inside of 40 yards this season. And the Buckeyes open up a 10-0 lead.
Deontay Burnett.
The return for Bayless Jones has yet to make it to the 20-yard line, bringing a kickback against the Buckeyes. He won't make it again. In the Nittany Lion uniform, there's an interception. Damon Webb, pick 6 of Sam Darnold.
Pre-snap and post-snap. You've got to get your pre-snap read, and the pre-snap said one thing to Sam Darnold. But this is a nifty defense, and Damon Webb is a veteran, savvy safety, leads this team in picks. And look at him post-snap. Sometimes when you fake like that, it just takes your eyes off momentarily. Right, and that's why you have got to see on those throws, you've got to see that pre-snap, and then you got to confirm it after that fake, and he didn't. And Damon Webb made him pay.
Two USC turnovers cost the Trojans 14 of the 17 points for the Buckeyes. Sam Darnold, his 13th interception of the season, taken to the house by Damon Webb.
13th interception of the season for Sam Darnold, 20th overall turnover. And I told you pre-snap, post-snap, and it's right here. It's Damon Webb. It's also the wide receiver here. Deontay Burnett is going to run this slant route, and he's got to fight. ultimately the quarterback signs check. It's on you. It's on your interception column. But if you're Deontay Burnett, you have got to do what you can to fight across the face of that safety. It's going to be your ball or nobody's ball. That falls on Sam Darnold. That's a critical error. That is his mistake. And really, there's not any excuse for it. But if you're Deontay Burnett, you could have sure helped your team by fighting into a collision.
Davis Jones, another return. Breaks a tackle with speed to the sideline. That's an excellent return, out close to the 30-yard line after Ohio State scored 10 points in 13 seconds. Play action for Darnold. Up the seam. Complete out to the 40-yard line and then some. Michael Pittman gets it to the 42. Gain of 20.
And that's exactly the point of emphasis right there with the play action. And those linebackers whose eyes can sometimes just get in the backfield and get a little bit lost in their coverage. And throwing right behind the ear of Jerome Baker. Throwing your receiver open. Well done by Darnold.
And off to Malapaya. A yard, maybe a yard and a half. Tough Borland took over at Mike linebacker for Ohio State. Has started the last 5 games in a row. Made the stop.
Be some hard yards today for Ronald Jones. He may spring one. He may get a gap. And they may bust an assignment, but more than likely these ends are playing so well out on the edge. That's what Bosa and Hubbard, Lewis, these guys are so well trained to set that edge and let that speed inside pursue.
4-man rush. Arnold out of the pocket. There he goes. He'll scramble across midfield to the Buckeye 42-yard line for a first down. 14 yards on the run by Sam Darnold.
This is one of the things that I do like about Sam and what you have to have at the next level. You've called the games for 15 years at the NFL level, Bob, and you know this. You have to flush negative plays. You throw a pick six, you're down 17-0. You cannot flinch or panic. And Sam hasn't done it this season. And I don't expect him to tonight.
Darnold looking downfield. Over the middle, he's got Deontay Burnett. That's another first down. Down to the 28-yard line of Ohio State, a gain of 14 more. It just feels like a drive for the Trojans that must end in points. Stephen Carr, true freshman. Maybe picked up a half yard.
When I talk about setting an edge, it's not just getting to the quarterback. You'll hear this all the time. It's a Bill Belichick, right? You want to set that edge so strong. Look at that. There is nowhere. Hubbard is setting this edge. You're not going to run outside here. It doesn't matter who you are. And when you can set those edges, and then you've got guys inside that can defeat blocks like Draymond Jones can, like we saw earlier from Landers. It just squeezes any run lane.
Darnold, another crossing route. Deontay Burnett tripped up after a gain of 5, brought down by Jordan Fuller. So here's a big play for USC. 10th play of the drive. Under 7 minutes to go before halftime. And it's 3rd down on a long 5.
And have you noticed this entire possession has attacked one area, the middle of the field. A lot of it has been at the second level. You're throwing underneath as well. You've gone away from the perimeter stuff outside. You're attacking those linebackers. You're attacking the real estate in the middle of the field.
Play clock at 12. Looked like some confusion as who USC wanted on the field. Now Darnold wants his team to hurry up. Play clock down to 5. They get the snap off. Darnold in the pocket, bottled up, sacked. Ball's out. Are they going to rule that a fumble? Out of the pile comes Jerome Baker. Is it another USC giveaway? They've got the ball spotted at the 41-yard line after the return by Jerome Baker. So it looks like the ruling on the field is going to be a fumble and another recovery by the Buckeyes.
They call it the 4 rushmen. They put their 4 defensive ends out on the field. I don't think there's any debate about that. You see the ball out early. And it's now turnover number 21 for Sam.
As JT Barrett back to work with great field position after the third takeaway by the Buckeye defense. The first 2 takeaways resulting both in touchdowns. Barrett off play action. Stays in the pocket. Long throw. Mike Weber. First down. And a flag throw. It looks like 15 more might be tacked on, as that might be a face mask call.
Is there a little difference in the pocket between these 2 quarterbacks?
Personal foul, face mask, number 24 on the defense. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down.
That's Isaiah Langley starting in place of the injured Jack Jones. Pretty clear.
And those offensive guys, I know every defensive guy right now is sitting home screaming, going, that's just not fair. All right, every rule is made to protect the offensive guys. He put his hand in my face. When you're a defender and you grab and you yank, you're going to get the 15 against you. And the offensive player did not grab the face mask and yank like the defender did.
Design run and a broken tackle for JT Barrett. There he goes. Barrett to the house. Ohio State, another touchdown.
Really nice job by JT. You'll hear quarterbacks, in fact I said it earlier, when he scrambled through that third down dart, stepping up in the pocket. That time the little zone read action, the read action with the jet sweep, and he steps up away from the blitzing to Jane Harris, and by stepping up and out, he does what he does best, his second rushing touchdown of the night.
3 USC turnovers turned into 3 Ohio State touchdowns. And yet another score for JT Barrett, putting together the most prolific offensive career in Big Ten history. Choosing alongside Brock Ewart, Allison Williams down on the field, and it has been giveaways by USC and no mistakes by the Buckeyes. If we were wondering about Ohio State's motivation not making the college football playoff, to come to Arlington and perform, they are answering all of those questions.
You've seen it in this face. I mean, the way these guys have been screaming on kickoff coverage all night.
Bayless Jones blown up inside the 15-yard line. Back to Muir. Makes the stop on special teams. JT Barrett continues to pile up the numbers. Now up to 147 touchdowns responsible for, continuing to add to a Big Ten record. Toss all of these numbers into maybe the most important one. 37-6 Brock as a starter, and 4 of those wins coming in the 4 starts against Michigan.
Oh, that happened?
Someone has mentioned that in their publicity material. If I'm JT, that's probably the first line in my bio. That might be the first bullet point. Ronald Jones. There is the edge again built by the defensive front for Ohio State. 3-yard loss on first down. And another 48 yards of total offense for JT Barrett, and he would pass Drew Brees and own yet another record, the total offense record in the Big Ten. Darnold overthrown, looking for Tyler Petit. 3rd down and 13 coming up.
Bob, after that pick 6, Coach Helton came over, had a direct one-on-one brief conversation with Sam Darnold, seemed to kind of offer him some reassurance. And then he went over to the offensive line and he told his guys, look, we have put ourselves in a hole, but we will dig our way out. But you guys have to win your one-on-one battles. If you give him time, talking about Darnold, it's cover 1 all day.
He has to have that time here on 3rd down and 13.
Press coverage, one-on-one.
Long throw over the shoulder, and it's Pittman. What a catch. And will that breathe a little life into the Trojans?
And there's that cover one that Allison was just talking about. You're going to get man-to-man. I mean, these guys are confident in what they do. That's Damon Arnett. And you really can't catch any better than that. Mike Pittman, that name might be familiar. His dad was an excellent running back. Somewhere he's saying, yeah, that's how you do it, son. That is how you beat press coverage.
Darnold, another deep ball. Incomplete, almost intercepted. That is a long way to run for a Mike linebacker and Chris Worley, but he did a great job in coverage underneath.
And that's one you can't throw. So it's one thing on the previous snap, right, when you've got safety in the middle of the field and you're throwing away from it. That time you're throwing into the teeth of coverage. That's a desperation throw, and you can't do that even though the scoreboard may indicate it.
Is there any way for USC to get back in this game other than just giving it to Sam Darnold and letting him sling it around?
Well, the danger is you've got to block these guys.
Another blitz. Swing pass. Stephen Carr. No one out there to block for him. Somehow maintains his balance, takes a pop, and gets back, it looks like, to about the line of scrimmage. Chris Worley, Jerome Baker, Kendall Sheffield all out to hold the edge. And that's going to be a loss of a yard. It will be a loss of a yard. 3rd down and 11 again.
And you can see it. I mean, when they get into this coverage here and those face masks are staring at face masks, it's man-to-man.
And here comes the blitz again. Ohio State not even disguising that they're coming after Sam Darnold. Sam Hubbard and Jerome Baker combine on the sack.
Now here's some of the beauty of what Ohio State's doing. We've seen these linebackers up in the gap, and many times they're blitzing out. You do that to try to get these linemen to block down. And watch what happens. They block down, and who's blocking Mr. Hubbard? And that's as easy as it gets right here. You have to block down in that. That means the ball's got to come out. Right, it's just been a total breakdown. 32 rushing yards, one-dimensional. This is everything USC could not have done in every phase.
KJ Hill fumbles the punt. It's loose on the deck. And it's scooped up by the Trojans. Just the break that USC needed as KJ Hill fumbles it. And the offense for USC will be right back out on the field, and Hill is hurt. Arvell Tell came up with the fumble recovery. So it's 1st and 10 USC at the 15-yard line.
They're all trying to scoop and score. You can't advance that. Just go ahead and fall on it there if you're USC, and that is the break that they needed. I mean, so desperately needed in that situation. It started with an excellent punt. That's
the speedy freshman Stephen Carr in a tailback to the right of Darnold. Wide open at the 10-yard line. Imatorbhebhe inside the 5. And Yuli Imatorbhebhe looks like he was knocked out at about the 1-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal. And they want to go fast.
They sure do. And just a man beater there, a shallow cross. Ohio State could not get in front of the big tight end.
Carr tries the right side. They think he's in. He is down at the 1-foot line. It'll be 2nd down and goal. Robert Landers tripped him up.
And he is definitely short, and those side judges so good. Some of the best officials on this SEC crew looking right down the line, nail that spot once again.
Now they've got Ronald Jones back in a tailback with Darnold in the backfield. Walking into the end zone with speed is Ronald Jones. And USC gets on the board as they turn the muff punt from KJ Hill into a touchdown.
Start to see a little bit of that burst, don't you? He's only really one game this year, that Notre Dame game, that guy did not score a touchdown. His 19th on the season. He has been so dynamic, and as T. Martin said, that burst is unique. When he actually has space to do it in, you get a little feel for it.
Chase McGrath tacks on the point, and it's now 24-7. The Trojans are not out of the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic by any stretch, but JT Barrett and the Buckeyes, that's a dominant first half for Urban Meyer's team. And he's standing by with Allison.
Coach Meyer, what has been the key to your defense's ability to affect Sam Darnold and create some of those takeaways?
The defensive line is playing very well, and the best pass defense is a defensive front. Disrupt the quarterback. A great player, if you just let him sit back there, he'll pick you apart, but we're getting pressure on him.
How do you continue to sustain that pressure in the second half?
Well, we lost momentum at the end of the starting quarter, so we got to get it back. We get the ball in the start of the second half. College football is all momentum right now, and so we have to get a nice drive and move the ball down the field and start the second half.
Urban, thank you.
All right, Allison, thanks very much. All the touchdowns of the first half, the result of turnovers. 17-point lead for the Buckeyes at the break. Time for the halftime report. Adnan Burke, take it away. Welcome back to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Just about set for the start of the third quarter. The last 7 points of the first half were scored by USC. Problem, the first 24 were scored by Ohio State, including 2 rushing touchdowns for JT Barrett. Bob Wischusen here with Brock Ewart, Allison Williams down in the field. 4 total turnovers the first half, resulting in all 4 touchdowns. The physical disadvantage, though, at the line of scrimmage for USC, it's been every bit the factor that you said all week it would be.
We were concerned coming into that game, and this building's not been kind to USC. It was last year in the opener against Alabama in a similar way, where you just felt like, man, it is men versus boys at the line of scrimmage. But if you're USC, if you're their fans, if you're starting the second half, you have got to get a 3 and out and find a little bit of rhythm offensively.
And is there an adjustment to be made for the offense for USC? As you said, would you expect more of a screen game in the second half? You thought that was going to be a big part of the game plan from the start.
Well, screens, shovel passes, and jet sweeps, and just try to get that defense on their heels, and been unable to do so.
Mike Weber takes a knee. It'll come out to the 25 after we check in with Allison.
Bob, you guys are talking about how Ohio State is winning at the line of scrimmage, and USC head coach Clay Helton told me they have gotten physically beaten, but what has really hurt them so far in this ball game is the 3 turnovers. That's been the killer. Now, they were able to get some positive things going with the score late in that first half. He said they have to build on it by coming out ready to play to start the second half. He did say, though, that his guys are in a good frame of mind. They just have to go out there ready to fight.
And both teams without their top corners tonight. Jack Jones out, an ankle injury suffered in the Pac-12 championship game for USC. And for Ohio State, Denzel Ward taking the night off, as he has already determined he's heading to the NFL. So a business decision for Ward tonight. J.K. Dobbins into the heart of that USC defense for a gain of 3.
You could just see that line of scrimmage change and move. Look at this, 3 yards down the line. What you did not see for USC offensively is Ohio State just wearing that group down. I mean, anytime you create that kind of movement and you're moving those defenders 2 to 3 yards off the ball and winning that game of tug of war, huge advantage offense.
End around. Paris Campbell has a lane. Cuts it back to midfield. Isaiah Langley eventually brought him down after he picked up 21.
So you saw Jane Harris with a nickel blitz on that first down. They can feel that. This is a reaction off that. You want to try to blitz, you want to bring players off the edges. Well, we're going to change it. We're going to use all 53 yards horizontally. Harris, a guy they wanted to get involved. That's now a couple occasions where he's gotten in space and done damage.
Here's the Texas native J.K. Dobbins, stood up and driven back. No gain on first down. Cameron Smith, who we have not called out much tonight, the leading tackler, Buckeyes semifinalist and first team all Pac-12 middle linebacker, stepped up to make the stop. to the sideline. Austin Mack reaching for the first down and comes up about a half-yard shy. Brings up 3rd down and short.
And this goes without saying, if you're USC, you have got to. And you had a 3rd and 1 earlier. And it was Nwosu that made the play off the edge, 42. And Urban Meyer be thinking 4 downs here. That surprised me with the physical dominance they've had.
Actually marked him out at the 43, so this is more like 3rd down and about a yard and a half. Barrett on a keeper, one-on-one in the open field, comes up short. Chain A. Harris made the stop, and now it's 4th down and a little less than 1.
He's going to trust his big boys. This is a reflection of what they did in that first half.
Can USC get a stop? Barrett driven back, 2nd effort. Does he get the ball across the line to gain? Rasheem Green drove him back, but a 2nd effort and reaching the ball out by Barrett. Oh, that's so close. They've got the nose of the football right on our first down line. Now, of course, our line is not exact, so this might require a measurement. USC gets the stop on downs. Boy, that Trojan sideline just exploded.
Well, we showed you that tug of war that went the way of Ohio State in the first half. Not that time. That is Rasheem Green, 94, driving back to right guard Demetrius Knox. Knocked him back. That's exactly what the Buckeyes did in the first half to USC. There's a little bit of pride. Like Hilton tells Allison, we're not going to quit. We're the conference champions in the Pac-12. We have shown tremendous resolve all season long. It's the biggest play of the night for 94 Green.
Now, can their offense capitalize with great field position to start off? Nothing there on first down this time. As said, Ware is dropped for a loss of a couple. Sam Hubbard again.
Well, and that's on a tight end. Right, I mean, that's just a mismatch. We've seen it. Bebe is a nice athletic guy running routes, but a real challenge for these tight ends to either pass block, even with chips, or in that case, you're trying to just cut off that defensive end. And whether it's sealing the edge on the outside or crashing inside, these ends are having their way.
Darnold, long throw towards the sideline, trying to wall his man off was Michael Pittman, and it's broken up by Kendall Sheffield. Now it's 3rd down and 12. It's another blitz. Sam Darnold extending the play, fires one across his body, right to the first down marker. And Deontay Burnett's got it. What a terrific reset and delivery from Darnold.
And that's what the elite ones do. That's what they do. How are you going to beat that group up front? You see finally a little bit of emotion from USC on that side as well. I got you outnumbered, I got you beat, I'm going to move you off your spot, but that's okay. I'm going to set my feet and still find a way to move the chains in 3rd and 17.
That was special.
That was. Those are the plays. Those are the ones. Those are the highlight reels that you're going to see these scouts mix. And man, there's just not many that can do that.
Ronald Jones into the secondary, tripped up. Jordan Fuller got him down, but not before Jones got inside the 35. Down to the Buckeye 34-yard line, picking up 16.
Just look at the life it gives you. That energy and that momentum, the defense getting their stops here. USC finally giving this stadium and some of their fans and their sidelines a little bit of juice.
Jones again. maybe a yard.
You guys were mentioning what NFL scouts are seeing from Sam Darnold on the field tonight. Well, I can tell you when it comes to off the field, it's going to be all positive. Spent a little time with him this week. He is so impressive of a young man. And one of the things I loved, he told us, he said he learned from Deshaun Watson to set a goal for every month. He did that throughout the season. His goal for this month, with the extra time leading up to this big game in the Cotton Bowl, was to better himself as a person. He said, I just wanted to make sure I used my time off to spend time with my loved ones and family and give thanks for all I have.
Play action here as Darnold heaves one deep from Mitchell. Can't haul it in. Looked like he had one arm just about set to wrap around the football, but it came free as he went to the ground. That's a pretty good throw from Sam Darnold, and Allison's right. He is a terrific kid.
We have seen this now a couple times, some contact, and you're going to hear some boo birds from USC. Sam Darnold wanted it. Some folks in our booth wanted it. You see a little back and forth any time, and I stay consistent on this. If you impede the receiver's opportunity to go get it, and that's what Clay's mad about. There's a ginormous screen that they're all watching it to. You impede that receiver's opportunity to make a play, it's got to be called.
Third down and long. Darnold under pressure and sacked. Sam Hubbard again. So on third down, USC doesn't get the flag, and on fourth down, now they're going to have to kick it away.
That's a three-man rush. That's how dominant this group has been. A couple sacks now for Hubbard tonight. That's simply a three-man rush. Sam Darnold saying, come on, there's no way. You have got to give me that call. I've got a one-on-one. I got a senior that beats the true freshman. Yeah, he pushed off a little bit, but there was contact that impedes his opportunity to go make a huge play in this game.
Pedrovich trying to change field position, going for the coffin corner, and it's out of bounds, but where? All the way out to the 15-yard line. This on second down. A non-call. Probably should have been a flag. And the frustration. Hard to blame Clay Helton. Harris Campbell looking to turn the corner. This time the edge set by the USC defense. And he is brought down for a loss. Cameron Smith got some help from Chris Hawkins.
He sure did, and it was Iosefa that set the edge there for USC. USC is not giving up that edge. And whether it's some end arounds or some outside stretch, Iosefa there doing kind of like the Ohio State ends have done on the other side. Set the edge and let the pursuit come and finish.
Blitz. Barrett over the middle. Marcus Ball 4 yards shy of a first down, so it brings up another third down and 4.
Pace here from Urban.
Barrett on a sprint down. Incomplete. Intended for Campbell. So it will be the third punt in the last 4 possessions for Ohio State to go along with turning it over on downs. So the USC defense is doing its job. They are holding their team in the game. It's just their offense has scored 1 touchdown, and it was after a muff punt.
Number 4 for USC is now number 92.
And again, a number change just to make sure you don't have a double number out on the field for USC.
That's one of the highlights of the day. That's the biggest double X jersey on a corner turn safety with Hawkins that you've ever seen. He at least kind of tucked it underneath. Got that thing hemmed up.
Crispin, this time a wobbly kick, and it takes a USC high just inside the 25-yard line. Can Sam Darnold and the Trojans get anything going on offense? We return to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Bob Wischusen, Brock Ewert, Allison Williams here in Arlington. Now, there are a lot of folks here, obviously, from Ohio, rooting against Sam Darnold, but maybe they'll be rooting for him before too long. Remember, that Buckeye fan is a Browns fan. He might be rooting against Sam Darnold tonight, but he could see himself as a Sam Darnold fan before too long. if he does indeed come out, and maybe he goes #1 to the Browns. Play action here. Comeback route. Fighting for it is Michael Pittman, and he makes a contested catch in front of the true freshman Okudah at the 41-yard line.
He's good. We saw him earlier with the one-handed catch, 6'4", 215. And that's exactly what you're going to get against these corners on the outside. It is going to be contested. You're going to have to fight through contact and at times even penalties. It's well done for Pittman.
Gain of 18. Ronald Jones cuts back to the 46, picks up 4.5. Again, the only USC touchdown was off of a muffed punt by KJ Hill, where they started at the plus 15-yard line. So they have not put together one scoring drive tonight where they have started with any distance between themselves and the Buckeyes end zone.
They're one big play away from making this a 10-point game. And as Urban Meyer said to Allison, it's about momentum in college football so much these days. And right now it is at a stalemate in this third quarter between the two teams. Who's going to make the play to turn it?
Ronald Jones maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Robert Landers, who's listed 3rd at defensive tackle on the Buckeye depth chart, has been in the backfield more than once tonight. Just shows their depth up front. Big 3rd down here for USC. Will it happen before the end of the third quarter as Darnold looks over, and he's running out of time if he wants to snap the ball. They're going to go to the fourth quarter. So we will head to the fourth quarter. Ohio State maintaining a 3-score lead, and they have done it tonight with their defense. They have been all over Sam Darnold. Robert Landers, fumble recovery from Jerome Baker was a big play as well, and add on a Damon Webb pick 6. Nearly half the dropbacks tonight for Sam Darnold. He has either been hurried, hit, or sacked by the defensive front for Ohio State, and facing 3rd down and 4 to start the fourth quarter of the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Bob Wischusen here with Brock Ewart, Allison Williams, trying to keep the game alive. Big 3rd down to start the fourth quarter for Sam Darnold. Looking at another blitz. Takes a shot down the sideline. Drops it in, but maybe out of bounds. Tyler Vaughns. The officials get together. He thinks he's in. And these are the two officials that have to decide and make a call. It looks like they're going to give him the catch.
The ruling on the field is a completed pass.
Get possession right there. That left foot is down. Is there possession there?
And the ruling on the field standing has USC in business in the red zone and puts Sam Darnold with a 37-yard gain on that play. Over 4,000 yards this season. The first USC quarterback to ever break 4,000 yards passing in a season.
It was the tight end previously in the red zone, running away from coverage. A nifty little play, man-to-man coverage they expect down here. Who can we create some separation running away from?
Ronald Jones can't create separation there. Dragged back by Jalen Holmes. No gain on 1st down.
Well, when you don't block them, you have no chance. That's on the grade sheet. That's called insafe. That's a no chance. Whether it's Jalen Holmes or Bosa or Hubbard or any number of these guys, that is just a dead play against a group. Just can't afford many of those.
Darnold floating one for Burnett. Incomplete. And Burnett had a step. Darnold just a little too much air under the football. Now it's 3rd down and 10.
And what a route here from Burnett, and you could see Darnold right there. This is a little double move. This is a little spin move here. Little spin cycle, getting exactly what you want. Sometimes as a QB, those are hard. You're trying to anticipate and throw it. Everything condenses. You just got to get air on it, and you just got to give your receiver room. What a beautiful route. Once again, unfortunately, a lack of execution. That's a touchdown.
Darnold over the middle. That's going to be well short of the first down. Tyler Vaughn's brought down at the 10, makes it 4th down and 4, and without hesitation, Clay Helton's going to try and make it a 2-possession game by sending the field goal group out.
And that's the right move. This is a have to. Just like hitting that 2nd down touchdown pass, getting what you wanted, getting your matchup on a safety, and a beautiful route there by Burnett. He just couldn't finish.
28-yarder for the true freshman Chase McGrath. Hits the upright. Back in play. And the ball is dead when it hits the upright. So Okudah tried to take the Karen the other way, but with 2 minutes gone by in the 4th quarter, that is a backbreaker for USC. Coming away empty in the red zone, no points, and it's still a 3-score game.
And Helton's reaction says it all.
And it's still a 3-score lead after the missed field goal for Ohio State, starting now at their own 20-yard line.
And this tests the resolve of this defensive group, who has been really good in the 2nd half. Really done all they can. Possession after possession after possession. They've got to continue to dig deep.
Weber to the 26-yard line. Fatu dragged him down. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
This is a pretty clear and telling statistic. They get it done in the other phases, special teams, defensive. Put points on the board, they don't lose.
Play action. JT Barrett over the middle. Bobbled catch made by Marcus Baugh. And that is going to set the record for JT Barrett. Yet another record, as he has now passed Drew Brees for the total offense record in Big Ten history. Weber driven back after a gain of about 1.5 yards. Cameron Smith made the stop for USC.
And JT does it between the tackles. And I think that stat, those numbers, and there's no way you pass Drew Brees unless you're durable. You're available, as JT has been now for 4 years, largely fighting through injuries. It's so dangerous with over 3,100 rushing yards in that 12,000+ total.
JT Barrett pulls it back and is dragged down in the flat. Jordan Iosefa with a really nice play one-on-one against Barrett. Still picked up 3. And that brings up 3rd down right at midfield. 3rd and a long 6.
And this has been blitz in disguise and getting JT uncomfortable in the 2nd half. Right, you almost have felt here that Ohio State's not going to give the ball away. And why would you, as your defense has largely controlled this game? Because you're not giving your opponent anything, and that really has been so much of the plan, it feels like, in this 2nd half.
Four-man rush. Under pressure is Barrett. Avoids a sack and now gets tripped up. Nwosu didn't quit. And Barrett nearly escaped. That'll be 4th down, and that will get USC the football back.
And that will be another teaching tape stunt. You just don't do it better than that. And you show all sorts of different pictures. You're moving personnel around. You're getting the QB thinking. And then ultimately right guard and right tackle cannot pick up that stunt.
Number 92.
NFL loves him. I'm talking to NFL people. They love the versatility of Nwosu and his ability to do so many things around the line of scrimmage.
J.D. Harris trying to make the first man miss. And he gets to the 18-yard line before he is brought down by Paris Campbell. Four-man rush. Darnold on the slant. Finds Burnett. Close to a first down. Brought down about a yard shy by Damon Webb.
Gosh, when you look at these last couple possessions, that near and should have been pass interference call in the end zone. A missed field goal on the previous possession, and what this game could be in these moments because the defense has held their own. It's probably also time to pick up the pace here, and you don't want many snaps under 20 seconds on that play clock from here forward.
USC got a very friendly spot. That was a first down without measurement. Quick pop pass to Burnett. Now to the 42-yard line. Forward progress for a gain of 5.
Right, I mean, you got to go. You got to get 3 scores here. You got to go. Your urgency and your tempo is got to pick up here.
Especially for an offense that yesterday, talking to T. Martin, said we're going to play with tempo. We're going to play with the tempo Ohio State hasn't seen yet this season. But the play clock already under 20 as Darnold's getting his team set. Counter handoff to Ronald Jones. Nothing easy. A yard, and it'll be 3rd down and 15.
And it's no fun playing this position when there's just not many answers. I mean, the answers, and Tom Blackledge said this beautifully in the Pac-12 championship game, that Darnold this year is at his best creating and making plays outside the pocket. There's also times when you play these defenses that, I mean, you got to win one-on-one. You got to beat man coverage. You got to make those plays, but you're just playing into the hands. And again, look at this. They're just daring you.
Darnold over the middle. Finds him at Bebe. 4 yards shy of the first down. Obviously, USC is going to line up to go for it with 4 minutes to go. Another USC blitz look as on the slant, Burnett is able to make the catch. Once again, Ohio State brings pressure, and that time the protection for USC just held up enough.
There's one thing that no Buckeye fan can ever say is, wow, we shouldn't have gone to prevent. They don't have that in the playbook for Greg Schiano and Urban Meyer, continuing to be aggressive, continuing to be who they are.
Yards to Malapaya. Another tackle for Jerome Baker. Darnold steps up. High throw. Burnett pulls it in at the 20-yard line. And that will stop the clock with 2:29 to go.
A very rare snap of some soft zone defense that time. And I think you said Sam Bradford steps up. He's not had many opportunities to do that this evening.
Darnold under pressure, and what else is new for that Ohio State Buckeye defensive front? The pocket collapses. Sack number 7. It looks like the true freshman Chase Young gets in on the act. A timeout is called by USC. So we'll step aside just for a moment. Come back to Arlington. Welcome back to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, where they are getting set to bring some hardware out for Ohio State, as USC down by 3 scores with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And stay tuned for the Ford Escape postgame. After the game, we will have postgame reaction, the trophy celebration, interviews with Allison down on the field. And that is a nice piece of hardware that the Buckeyes should be lifting as champions of the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Sam Darnold playing for pride and trying to keep the game alive. Wheels to the sideline, takes a heavy hit out of bounds, and there's the flag. Malik Harrison gives him a shove, and now after the play is over, said where a running back comes over and takes a shot at Malik Harrison. That draws another flag, and now you want to make sure that we do not have anything ugly break out with Clay Helton in the middle of it, trying to keep his team away from those Buckeyes players. And this altercation's not over yet. Another flag out.
This is two things. This is immense frustration for a very proud conference champion in USC. They got bullied tonight. They just could not do anything, especially offensively. And then number two, this is protecting your quarterback. This shows you the love and the admiration that Sam Darnold has, not just with his offensive players, with the entirety of his team. And again, over 3 days in Dallas, that's the thing that resonated to all of us more than anything else, is how much respect and command he has for this team. And Helton, I know, is frustrated. He does not like that kind of extracurricular activity.
And another look at the hit by Malik Harrison, with Darnold getting to the sideline and taking an extra shove. And then you could see said where number 28, backup running back, coming over. He takes a shot at Harrison, and it escalates from there.
And there's no doubt about the original call. Sam Darnold is in the white, and he gets shoved further into the cheerleaders.
And Damon Arnett, corner number 3.
Personal foul, number 39 on the defense, a late hit out of bounds. Unsportsmanlike conduct foul, number 28 on the offense. There's also number 21, USC, came off the bench. He is disqualified for fighting. Number 21. All of those fouls offset. Third down.
So that's Tyler Vaughns that has been ejected for USC. Coming over, I guess, just that little shove.
USC number 21 on the offensive side of the ball is not disqualified. Number 21 who came off the bench is disqualified.
So that's Jamel Cook, backup cornerback, who obviously also wears 21, as does Tyler Vaughns on the offensive side. So I have to clarify which USC 21 has been ejected.
One of the things you love about college football, the double number.
It's a play-by-play guy's best friend. My favorite this year was Michigan, who had 4 players that wore 3.
Do your job.
Now, one was Rashawn Gary. He was pretty easy to pick out of the crowd. But Darnold, corner route, incomplete. Intended for Burnett. And it has been bowl domination between these two conferences for the Big Ten.
And the Big Ten overall as well. Beat the hot Boston College team here down the stretch. Purdue gets it done late against Arizona, and then you see what Michigan State did last night. And there'll be one more shot at it. The 4th opportunity tomorrow. Washington will get Penn State. If you've learned anything right now, Washington is going to have to match the physical level of that Big Ten, and especially that Big Ten East.
Darnold on 4th down. To the sideline. Burnett. Is he short of the line to gain? Trying to figure out where to spot the football. And he may have just barely come up short, at least based on our 1st down line. But now the officials say, without measurement, it is 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Now, if you were a member of the committee, having seen what you have seen tonight, are you thinking at all about Ohio State? Maybe they should have been in the top 4?
You know what I'm thinking? What happened in Iowa City? I'm serious. How did Iowa score 55 points? I mean, this is a USC team that's hot, right? You got an NFL running back, one top 10 quarterback, top 10 pick in the draft in the NFL with Sam Darnold. A team that was going up and down the fields, right? Scoring 30+ a game, and they've got 7 tonight.
So now USC out of timeouts. Darnold. The pocket collapses, and there's Sam Hubbard. Another sack for the Buckeyes. And now the Trojans are powerless to stop the clock. 8 sacks of Sam Darnold. Darnold running for his life again. Heaves one, a jump ball in the end zone. Broke it up. Kendall Sheffield all over Michael Pittman. And now it's 4th and goal. One more chance for Sam Darnold to try and throw one in the end zone. And the Buckeyes not letting up. They bring an all-out blitz. And Darnold heaves it to nowhere. A turnover on downs, and Urban Meyer's team is one victory formation knee away.
And that's just no fun. I mean, it's just no fun to play that position. And you know what? There have been stretches this year for Sam that have been no fun. And Clay knows it. Son of an O-line coach, he knows it. He knows it that if you just become one-dimensional, which is what they became tonight, and you're going to get every blitz known to man and man coverage outside, and Urban's not, with Greg Schiano, is just not going to let up. And now moves to 48-4 when you give him more than a week. Good luck.
And now the final snap to be taken in the Ohio State Buckeye career of JT Barrett, and it is a victory knee. The Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic in dominant fashion goes to Ohio State 24-7 over USC.
Congrats, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's 2 of the best right there. As JT Barrett with some words of consolation for Sam Darnold. And the Bosa tradition just keeps on rolling in Columbus, as 3 of the last 4 Big Ten defensive linemen of the year have had the last name Bosa. Twice for Joey, this year for Nick. He's only a sophomore. He'll be back next year. And Urban Meyer just keeps on churning out wins in Columbus. JT Barrett passing Drew Brees in Big Ten history, as he's got more total yards than any other player in the history of the conference. Let's go down on the field as Allison Williams.
Well, it's time for the moment that the fans came for, the players fought for. Here to present the trophy to the victors of the 82nd Cotton Bowl Classic, here's chairman of the Cotton Bowl, Jay McCauley.
Coach Meyer, I'm proud to present the Field Scoville Memorial Trophy to the champions of the 82nd Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Congratulations.
You get to pick it up? Absolutely. I'm gonna hand it to you.
We'll try and pick it up. It's heavy, though. He's going to need your help. I'm impressed. That is not a light trophy, Coach. Good work. I have to ask you, how much did this team's ability to dominate at the line of scrimmage translate to a victory here tonight?
Well, defensively dominated, and the best way to shut down a quarterback is Larry Johnson's the best defensive line coach in America, and that defensive line took a quarterback who we have tremendous respect for, and he didn't set his feet all night, and so that's the way we won that game.
How would you describe this team's mindset coming into the matchup and what it means to end this season as Cotton Bowl champions?
Well, the mindset was obvious. We wanted an opportunity to go down as one of the great teams in Ohio State, Big Ten champions. Obviously a top 5 finish. I think we beat 3 teams in the top 10 or 4 teams. And this will go down to one of the best teams I've ever coached and one of the greatest group of young people I've ever been around.
Urban, thank you so much. Congratulations.
All right, Buckeye Nation, that one's for you, baby.
Urban mentioned what a special group of young men this is, and JT, I know you're a big part of that. 4 years here at Ohio State. Tonight you played in your final game in your home state of Texas. What were the emotions of tonight like for you?
I mean, I felt like I had a lot of emotions going into it, but I prayed and asked God that I could stay focused on the game, and with that, to go out there and play the best for my brothers. But I mean, if anything, it was just grateful to be at Ohio State and playing this great bowl game.
As the confetti comes down and you are able to leave here as Cotton Bowl champions, what does it mean to you and this group of seniors?
It means a lot to us. Make sure we go out there with a win, finish off right. I think with that we play for each other, and we're going to enjoy this win.
You set yet another Big Ten record with your performance tonight. What does it mean to you to have achieved what you have during your time here at Ohio State?
I'm very grateful for it. It's an honor to, be a part of the great names with the Big Ten and Ohio State. And with that, I just try to play my best each and every week for the Buckeyes, and with that, records came, and so I'm very grateful for it.
JT, thank you so much, and congratulations.
All right, go Bucks.
There is a young man that deserves to wear a hat that says champion on it before his career is officially done. For Allison Williams and I'm Bob, and Brock Ewart, I'm Bob Wischusen. Sports Center with SVP now.